Welcome back to the channel, Panda Pals. Today, I'm going to talk about what happened on the latest episode of The Other Way. We're currently on Season 7, Episode 13, and in this episode, we see Manon and Anthony, Pattiya and Dylan, Matt and Greta, Luke and Madelein, and Chloe and Jonny. That is a lot of people to cover, so buckle it up, cuties, and let's get the show started. Let's check in with Manon and Anthony.
I know Manon is not a farm person, but I'm taking Manon to a goat farm.
Did you bring me to a freaking farm?
After that disastrous date where, Anthony took his wife to a place that he knew she would absolutely hate, he's like, you know what? I gotta admit, I think I missed the mark with that one. So this time, I'm not gonna go somewhere she doesn't like. I'm gonna do something she doesn't like.
There's been a lot of serious discussions or arguments, so I'm just looking to cheer her up a little bit.
So Anthony is out here, he's getting a crash course on how to be a mime, and when this mime asks what moved him to want to learn this beautiful art, he's like, well, my wife is like super serious, and I'm like not, and I kind of want to bring some romance back into our relationship.
Like a fly. Respire.
Anthony says that when they first moved to France, he would make this joke that worst case scenario, he could always be a mime on the streets to earn money. And he tells us that this is a running joke between the two of them, but I just do not believe that Manon ever found this funny.
It is both silly and romantic, and it is sort of the only job that I'm qualified for, not being able to speak French.
I am gonna be so honest. Oh my God, I think I would be super frustrated if I was with a guy like Anthony. Put yourself in Manon's shoes, okay? Complaining and crying aside, she is craving stability, financial stability. The move to France was Anthony's idea. The plan that they agreed on was for him to become the breadwinner. In the current situation that they are in, I just don't think this is cute or helpful in any way. If things were in a much better place, that's a different story, okay? This shit would have been adorable. I would have eaten it right up. But right now, baby boo, I'm gonna need you to take a French class.
What the? He's taking the jokes way too far. Like, qu'est-ce que tu fais là? This is a complete turn off.
Manon is super upset because I guess by French standards, this is humiliating. She says that people in France don't often make it a habit of making spectacles of themselves in public. Now, I don't know the validity of that statement, but that's what she said. So Manon is like, WTF, bro, this is not helping our relationship at all. And Anthony is just like, God, you're such a wet blanket. I'm just trying to have some fun.
I'm trying to show you that, it doesn't have to be serious all the time, and you completely took it seriously. I'm just trying to have a little fun while trying to be a little romantic and show you that I love you. You're so serious all the time.
Sir, have you met your wife? Who do you think you married? Anthony is getting a little bit upset because Manon is not reacting the way that he wants her to. And if I'm being totally honest, there is a small part of me that thinks that this is exactly how he wanted her to react, if you know what I mean. And he tells Manon that he's doing this for her. He's doing this to make her happy.
You did again something that you liked, that you know that is not my style and not my vibe. You do that in public, and then I look like the crazy and grateful bitch.
Yeah, I kind of think that's what he's going for. There is no way that this man is doing this over and over again, not on purpose. Let's check in with Dylan and Pattiya.
Dylan told me you wanted him to marry somebody younger.
I've never said that.
Yeah, that's the only...
Do you think maybe that was just a thought, a fear that you had?
No.
After that dinner where Dylan failed to gaslight Pattiya, he does finally admit that he remembers lying to her and telling her that his mother hates her. And then he apologizes, which I guess is enough for Pattiya to want to super desperately marry him again.
I was so mad, but then he apologized. And at this point, I'm just ready to let it go.
These two roos are going out camping. They toast some marshmallows, and Dylan's mummy calls. And despite Pattiya telling Joe that she can call her son anytime now because everything between them is cool, she is clearly very unhappy.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, where are you now?
Camping with Pattiya.
Sounds romantic.
Oh, we've had a great day.
Is it
cold out there?
It's currently raining.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dylan says that his mom does not call him every day, but I think he's trying to do that gaslighting thing that he's very bad at.
G'day, Mum, how are ya? G'day, Mum, how are ya? G'day, Mum, how are ya?
The two of them even go through his call log, and his mom has called every day. Now, I love me a man who has a good relationship with his mother, but I feel like at 38, that is a little weird.
If Pattiya can't move past this, I don't know how our relationship will work. I shouldn't have to choose between my mum and my partner. It's unreasonable.
Let's check in with Matt and Greta. I feel like we haven't seen these two in forever, but that could also just be because they are so frickin' stale. So, if you don't remember, Greta had told Matt that she does not want kids, and Matt was pretty much like, okay, well, can you have them anyway, and I'll just be the mom and the dad? So it's a new day, Greta is absolutely spiraling, so she calls up one of her girlfriends to tell her that she told Matt about not wanting kids, and now she kind of has no idea what the heck she wants to do.
I don't want you to resent me for thinking that you will one day convince me, and I'm never convinced.
Apparently, on their super awkward car ride home the other day, Matt told her that he loved her to infinity and beyond, and that if she did not want to have kids, he would just learn to live with it because he wants to be with her more than he wants kids.
If you end up not wanting kids, I'll still be there. That's what I would always give. I love you to the deepest part of my core.
Greta is super honest about her feelings to her friend, and she tells her that the past 6 months of their relationship have not been great.
There was definitely a decline in the relationship. For the past 6 months, we did not feel very connected. I started to wonder if he isn't my person.
Greta says she started feeling disconnected from Matt when she was studying for the bar because she was studying all day, every day. And she just kind of figured the distance was the culprit, which is why she ultimately decided to move to England. And then once she got there, she realized, oof, the distance ain't the problem.
At the beginning of our relationship, I felt like he was Mr. Darcy and I was Elizabeth. Our interactions don't feel romantic. We did sleep together, but it hasn't been. It falls flat. Yeah.
There's this moment that I thought was a little heartbreaking for me where Greta says that Matt is a great person, and if she did ultimately stay with him, she would just learn to be okay with it. Like, it wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't be awful.
If there's still no spark, then that, I think, tells you everything you need to know.
It wouldn't be like a bad relationship. It would be like a fine relationship.
You just don't deserve to have a fine relationship.
And I understand that she must be feeling so guilty, but settling for a man you do not love is not gonna be fair to either of you.
I really care about him, but I have changed so much in the past 2 years and I don't know what to do about it.
Greta heads to the grocery store because she's making a vegan shepherd's pie. Maybe she thinks if they talk about being vegan some more, that spark will magically come back. I don't know.
1 kilogram potatoes, and I don't know how much a kilogram is at all.
Yeah, be sure not to use that literal computer in your hands to look that one up. Greta tells us she honestly feels like she is just pretending to be someone she's not. She's pretending to be the woman that Matt needs, aka someone to stay at home all day and make sure he comes home to a nice English meal. Which is kind of funny because she is currently making him a nice English meal for him to come home to, thus reinforcing the idea that she is the perfect woman for him, but she's definitely dumping him tonight.
You're with the right person whenever you're in a relationship that makes you feel like you can fly, and that's not how I'm feeling right now. We just really lack emotional intimacy with each other.
So Girlie starts crying hard, and Matt comes home to her in tears, and he's like, how was your day, honey?
I made a vegan shepherd's pie.
Oh, wow. To address the elephant in the room, what's with the tears?
I'm just thinking about why.
Greta does break up with him, and it is actually super heartbreaking for me to watch because this show is full of tons of one-sided, toxic relationships that should end, but will not for a multitude of dumb reasons. But this relationship was just two regular people with regular levels of human flaws who genuinely cared for each other. So it wasn't like a, yes, Greta, you go Glen Coco moment, you know? It was just really sad.
I think you're one of the greatest people I've ever met, but like, I don't think I love you anymore.
Oh my God. I mean, that is, ooh. I mean, super props to Greta for being honest and just putting it all out on the table, but damn, Matt's reaction is so heartbreaking.
You deserve to be really happy to be with someone who loves you.
Let's check in with Chloe and Jonny.
I regret telling my mom about Jonathan cheating because now she's going to drill Jonathan 17 billion times more.
I still don't know what Chloe was hoping to gain by telling her mother Jonny cheated on her. But the girl did, so now her mom hates him even more.
Learning that Jonny cheated on my daughter has given me so many more levels of concern. If it was up to me, I would bring my daughter home with me.
Michelle goes on a run with Jonny, who just wants to win her over, so you can imagine his surprise when they stop on the beach, and Chloe's mom is just like, I'm a little worried about your philandering ways, you dirty cheater.
I do have concerns in regards to an infidelity in Miami with some girl.
Jonny immediately defends himself and he's like, no, I did not cheat, okay? We were not exclusive at the time. And Michelle definitely does not believe him.
I sometimes worry that Jonny's just telling me what I want to hear. The way that I see it, once a cheater, always a cheater.
Jonny could tell her that Chloe was doing the same exact thing with another man, but he decides to take the high road and not do that.
No, I feel like Chloe should admit that she was also with somebody else, but I'm not a person that goes and tells her mom that. Think what you want to think, I'm just going to try to show you that I'm a better person than that.
It's a new day and Michelle is flying back home. She looks at Chloe and says that if she comes back with her, she will buy her a first-class ticket, which it kind of sounds like you only buy her first-class tickets, so that doesn't really seem like that big of an incentive for her to go.
What's that saying? When the bird flies from the nest, let it fly.
Michelle heads out and says that she's confident Chloe is going to regret this decision because once mommy's money dries out, the real world is going to hit her and hit her hard. Which, I'm sorry, how is that a bad thing? You know, learning how to live in the real world, becoming a responsible adult, learning the value of $1, these are all good things that she should have.
I know you're both set in your ways with your current plan, but I want you to know my offer still stands.
Let's check in with Luke and Madelein. The two finally get to Guadalupe, and Madelein is being super snarky.
You can't take one off my back, so that is so hard for you. Oh, wow, you being caballero.
And Luke tells us the two do not make each other happy. Sorry, that's just so funny that he says that and he still wants to get married. Luke tells us the two of them do not make each other happy, so they really need to have an honest conversation and put all their cards on the table. I don't really know why you want to waste time having a conversation with someone that you admit does not make you happy, but you go, girl.
Sometimes I have doubt in my mind about whether or not I'm the right person for you. Every day I've been here, all we've done is fight and bicker. If it's any indication of what this marriage is going to be like, we're going to have big problems.
Madelein does a dramatic flop and she cries and she's like, I know I'm hard to love and it's a lot of work to make me happy, but I just grew up surrounded by shitty men. I honestly don't know what point she was trying to prove with this. I think that it was to say that her past trauma is the reason why she gets super defensive and reactive whenever Luke talks.
You don't need to go through life alone. I'm not like the other men. I'm a good person, I'm a good guy.
Are you? You started dating a teenager in your late 20s. The two finish their very unsubstantial talk and they agree to start a clean slate and try to have a good weekend because remember, girls and boys, they are gonna be getting married in 4 days. That is all I have for you today. Next episode, we are finally gonna get to see Anthony do something for Manon that she will actually like.
Manon loves the fact that I was in the military. She just loves the uniform.
Chloe finds out that in order to get a visa in Aruba, she has to go back to the US for 5 months anyway.
Part of that 5 months, you need to stay in the States.
Jonathan and I definitely would not survive long distance. Not at all.
Pattiya continues to blame everyone but herself for all of her problems.
You still haven't paid the debt off.
That's because Dylan asked me to move here.
So it's Dylan's fault again.
Dylan's mom is the reason why we are not married today.
And Matt tries to very desperately salvage their relationship.
We just need to spend a little bit of time together again. I think there's something to explore still.
Oh man, I am not looking forward to the part 2 of Greta and Matt breaking up because I think it's really gonna suck to watch him try to convince Greta to stay very whimpery and desperate-y, you know? I'm gonna feel so bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would super appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up because that really helps the video get some reach on YouTube, and let me know down in the comments what you thought of this one. I will see you in the next one. Bye!